Hi guys, it's Jessica here. It's been a couple of weeks since I made a dolly video, and not that I haven't had things to talk about, just haven't had the time. Um, and so I'm really excited to talk to you guys about lots of things I've been working on and some changes and upcoming dolly plans. So I'm just very excited about everything doll related right now. I just wish that I had more time, but don't we all, right? So this is my Twigling Ingenieuse. She's the elf ingenue, so she has little elf ears and her face is different than the normal ingenue. So I've been working on a wardrobe for her and getting her put together. So this is her current look and I'm actually pretty happy with it. She is wearing some pants that I made out of this wonderful, really beautiful burgundy purplish type of velvet, and I'm really happy with the fit and how it turned out. I added some little embellishments. I'm not sure if you can see all of that, and she's also got these shoes, which are Eiffel House shoes, which are just gorgeous, and they are I forget the like, they have like EID and HID and their different designations. I get confused, but they don't really fit her. Like, if you can see, they're not completely on, so I need to work on them. I'd actually wanted them to put on, I wanted them to be for Alondria actually, and they fit her. She was the first one I tried them on, and then I a few days later tried to put them on Alondria and don't fit at all. But Angsty Penguin and some others gave me some suggestions about wetting them and then squishing them on, so I'm gonna work with that and see if I can get them to fit a little better, because they're really beautiful shoes, and I would love if I can get those to work, then I might buy more Eiffel House shoes in the future for my Twigling girls. So so she's got her pants, and I wanted to show, and I did this on the last pair that I made for my mini ingenue. So she's got snaps here for the closure, and then she's got a hook, and I'm really liking that the hook has really been nice. So when they sit down and there's extra tension, sometimes the snaps will open, so this helps a lot with the tension. And the other problem I was having when I made actual buttonholes is that it was really straining the fabric and kind of warping it. So I've been really happy with this closure method. She's wearing a corset that I made for Alondria. Not terribly happy with it. I just wanted something else to go with this outfit for her. And I'm still not great at corsets in general. But I did make her this blouse. It's this really beautiful gold fabric that has this wonderful like sheen. It's really difficult to work with. It frays, and it's very slithery, but I really like how it turned out. Of course, she's wearing, did I show this? I can't remember if this had come in yet when I did my last video. But this is super gorgeous, real human hair wig that Tiffy BJD Crafts made. Like I said, I can't remember. So you can style it, you can curl it, you can do all that. It's sewn, so you can wash it because there's no glue that's going to dissolve on you. So really beautiful wig, really beautiful wig. I'm super in love with it. I want my hair like this. I would love to have, I really want to have unicorn hair or mermaid hair. you know, and I've been seeing that, you know, for years, of course, people doing that, and it was always, you know, I appreciated it, but I never really thought of it as something that I really wanted to do myself. And I've just been really like, I need some sort of rebellion. I'm 40. I'm what, 8 months into being 40. And I didn't get my tattoo, so I want to get my unicorn hair. Heather Sparkles, she had her video. It was up yesterday or the day before. I can't remember, but her hair looks amazing. I'm so envious. I really want to do that, and I actually sent that video to my husband. I texted it to him. I'm like, I want this, and what did he say? It's good for 14-year-olds. I was like, he's such a turd about it. But I don't know. I mean, I don't, you know, if your partner doesn't want you to do something, it's not like he has like this control over me and I can't do the things that I want. But I mean, I take, you know, his opinion into consideration. I mean, that's what you do when you're married. But so he told me that if I do that, then he's going to do something that he wants to do that I haven't wanted him to do. And I'm so I don't know, we'll see. I might do something like do a little bit underneath or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? So say, you know, so I'm a veterinarian. I'm a doctor. You know, how would you feel about that? So say you're going in with your pet and they're sick. You know, maybe you have your dog or your cat is sick, something that you're concerned about. So you're really worried, and you go in and I walk in and I'm saying I'm wearing, you know, professional doctor attire with a doctor's jacket and slacks, and but I have, like, you know, hair like this. What do you think of that? Like, what would you think? Would you be put off? I think there's generation things that go on there too. But like, I'd be interested to hear what would you guys think? You know, if you didn't know me, you didn't know anything about me, but I walk in, and that's the situation. So tell me what you would think of that. So, but anyways, yes, if I can't have my own unicorn hair, I will live vicariously through Tiffy BJD Crafts beautiful, beautiful wigs. So she has one. This is actually the MSD version of this. She has the same color that she did in an SD wig too, which I think would probably fit her better. So I'm hoping that maybe next month I can buy that one too. Because I love it. I love all of her wigs. They're gorgeous, but this color is like, all of my favorite colors are right here in this wig. It's so gorgeous. All of my favorite colors. Look at that. So, and of course she's wearing, I don't know, I can't remember if these horns that come in, these are resin horns that Tiffy BJD Crafts made too. So she's wearing Enzo Eyes. Enzo Eyes is one of my most favorite urethane eye makers, and she is, you know, she makes them herself. She doesn't mass produce them. They're not like Mako or Oscar Eyes where you know, can go and order the ones that you want. And she doesn't really do custom so much. But so I'm going to do a trade with her. I'm going to sew an outfit for her Agati doll, because she has one too, and now that I have mine, I can size correctly. So we're going to do a trade. She's going to make me some eyes, and I'm going to make her some clothes for her boy. So I'm very, very excited about that, because I snatch up her eyes every chance that I get. This was a pair of 10mm blue eyes. They have 5mm irises, and I really like the iris size. This is a really nice iris size for her. And I'm still working out this girl, you know, what I want to do with her. Obviously she doesn't even have a face up, and everybody has been sprayed now. Everybody, all Is that true? Yeah. All the heads that I need to do face-ups on have been sprayed. So I've gotten that far, and I'm waiting for a day with weather and time that I can do it. So I'm I'm motivated when that weather hits and I am available. Sewing is going to get set aside. This is what I've told myself, because I love sewing. Like, I would just sew all the time, but then nothing else gets done. So I'm going to set the sewing aside, and I am going to devote some time to getting these face-ups done. But I've been compiling some pictures of kind of things that I have ideas for her, and every time I see like human makeup or other face-ups that I see, I've been trying to collect those so that I have, because I find that I have that problem. I sit down to do the face-up and I'm like, suddenly I just panic and can't think of anything. So it's about planning. It's just like, you got to put the attention and detail that I put into sewing, or when I used to do digital art. It's just like that. You have to focus and commit the time. So, and I'm not especially fast at it, so I just have to I just have to let myself do it and not be upset because it's taking too long. It's just gonna take as long as it takes, right? So really loving this girl. This was some necklaces and bracelets that I had made. Actually, I made these quite a while ago for my lily cats, and they're just a little bit larger scale. So I might take these apart and remake them because they're a little bit small for her. But I made her a necklace with the same beads. So I'm really, really happy with her. I'm like 12 minutes in and I've only talking about her. I have so many things to share with you guys. So let me set her down. I'll be right back. Just look at her beautiful hair. I'll be right back with, just kidding. I had one more thing I wanted to say about her before I switched to another doll. I'm very, very proud of myself because I have not done this very many times. And I'm ashamed to say, I have over 40 dolls, depending on how you count them, if you include pet BJDs. But anyways, I don't do a lot of restringing. Like maybe I've restrung 2 dolls, like where I've replaced their string. So I've had dolls come like in pieces and I had to put them together, and that sort of thing. I guess I've done that quite a bit, but to actually restring a doll. So anyways, this girl, she came very, very loose. She is just floppy as heck, and I hot glue sueded her, which helped, but she just so floppy. I would just pick her up and she would just flop around. And I like this doll. She's a grail. She's a grail doll for me. And yes, I've been working on clothes for her, but I'm like, you have to do something about this. This is criminal. Like, people would, I always think about what people think, like, oh, she doesn't care about her dolls. But so she has, I don't know if you can see it on the video. Can you see her string? It's brown. So, which I always appreciate that. I love it when tan dolls, especially the darker tan, when they that little extra touch of having brown string. Because I hate that when you have a really beautiful tan doll and boom, there's some white string that you can see just like bam, like it's just bright. So I really appreciate that. Anyways, okay, it's gonna take me forever. Where was I? So I took her apart, and I'd never taken any of my Twiglings apart before. I'd never tried to restring them. So I actually had to look that up because their stringing's a little bit different. The string goes, there's a string that goes from this leg to this leg, and then it doesn't, the hips are separate. So there's no connection between. So then there's a line here that goes from her pelvis up to her head and back. And then of course the string that goes to her arms across that way. And so I had to kind of look that up to kind of like figure out what the heck was going on. I was confused. It didn't help that it was midnight last night when I decided I was going to tackle this. So I was very tired. I was gonna go to bed, and for some reason I spent 2 hours restringing her instead. So I took her all apart. I put her back together using the same string. Is she from 2012? I can't remember now. 2014. But I'm sure that was the same string that she originally came with. I'm sure. And I restrung her 2 times, completely redid it 2 times, and she was just super floppy. And I knew the elastic was old and needed to be replaced, and I wasn't going to, it didn't matter how much I tightened it, it just wasn't going to, I might as well have just been trying to restring her with yarn. Like, there was no stretch left in this elastic. So, and then I remembered, I really didn't want to put white elastic in her, I was just, ugh. But I remembered that Gehern, his Dolce Classic body in the tan, he came with extra string, and it was brown, and he strung with brown string too, and I used it all. I thought, oh, I'll just use a little bit of this, but of course every bit of her string needed to be replaced, and still I redid it. Redid it 2 or 3 times. I think I did her legs several times to try to get them, and I think I still need to, that this torso string I think needs to be tightened up, because you probably have seen her, she kind of has been moving around, and eventually I'm moving her corset all around, slipping all around. So eventually I want to suede all of my Twigling girls with real leather suede. I want to do that. That's what they're meant to be. Like the Twigling Reese, the creator, the sculptor, the artist. I mean, that's what she's always said. I mean, her dolls are meant to be sueded with real suede, and that's how they function the best. But I've just been so happy with since I did that last night. Let me see. So her torso is a little bit flopping. You can see it, that it kind of wants to kick around and fall back. But I got her to stand up last night after I'd restrung her. She's wearing these shoes, these heels that don't fit her exactly properly, and I got her to stand on an uneven surface. But I don't know, let's see if I can, now that I'm on the camera, it's not gonna work, right? I don't know why suddenly I felt the need that I needed to try to get this girl to stand on camera on demand, because that's not what these girls do. There she is. Oh, she's so pretty. I love her. I love her. She's so gorgeous. Look at her ears. Little elf ears. She's a gorgeous girl. So, very, very happy with her. Okay, I'll put her away, and I'll be back with the next doll. Actually, you know what? I think we're like a half an hour in, so I'm going to say goodbye here, and I will put the rest of my updates in like a part 2 or another one. So I will see you guys again shortly. Bye bye.